guys, and welcome back to Golf with Jen. I'm right now in Fairfield Bay, which is where our second event in Arkansas is going to be. So I just drove here today. It was not a very long drive. It was like 2.5 hours.
But to a Malaysian, 3 hours is a lot.
I just wanted to make a quick video because I actually did not do any filming last week. And I know some of you guys might be like, oh, there may be a correlation. Maybe you should stop filming. Maybe that kind of affects your focus. I don't know. So as most of you guys know, last week we played in Hot Springs, Arkansas, and I finished 6th. So it's not a win, but it's getting closer and trending in the right direction. We also had a very small field last week, so the amount of people that got paid was a lot less because of that. Because it doesn't matter what the size of the field is, it's always going to be 40% of the field. So only top 24 got paid last week. So I actually made a little bit of money last week, so that was nice. But more importantly, my goal is obviously not really to make money on this tour. I mean, making money is obviously a bonus, but I think you guys know, coming into this tour, what I said, my goal is to make it into the top 5 in the order of merit, because the top 5 on the order of merit gets to skip the first stage of Q school. So what I really gun for is the points, which I got some points last week, which is really good. So that is the most important thing for me right now. But anyway, like I was saying, I didn't make any videos throughout the week, and one reason why is because I was staying with a bunch of friends, so we booked an Airbnb. And the reason why I didn't want to take videos is because, first of all, it was my first time staying in an Airbnb with them, so I did not know how comfortable they would be to be like recorded. But yeah, there might be videos with them coming up because they are a really nice bunch of people, and I think you guys would have so much fun seeing like our interaction, because we are like 3 different nationalities and the interactions are just hilarious. But anyway, what I want to talk about was just kind of my week, just a little rundown. You guys know that I always do a little video after the tournament. Usually I show you guys the prep before and then during and then after. But as I said, this week I did not want to do that because first of all, privacy of my friends. Also, I felt like there was a lot of positive response as usual, but there was a few negative responses which I didn't really want to deal with, because I'm here to play golf. I put enough pressure on myself, and I don't really need negativity with me, like surrounding me. And I understand that putting myself on social media and things like that, it opens me up to criticism, and you guys can comment whatever you want. It's up to you. But at the same time, also me creating content is up to me. So if I don't want to do it anymore, like, I can just not do it. So I felt like, because of some of the things that people were saying, like, you know, I felt like there was just quite a bit of judgment about everything I was doing. So I don't really want to like read those kind of things. So instead of doing stuff like that, I might do other kind of content. But also I felt like it would be better just to do more of like a rundown after my event, because I still want to create this content for you guys, because you guys are the reason why I'm here. And I know a lot of you guys are very invested in like looking at my progress and seeing how the week went, which I'm really thankful for. So that's why I want to create this content for you guys. So we will see how it goes in the future, but we will most probably still have a post-event rundown. It's just that the before and during, we will see how that goes. So okay, back to the golf. So as I said, I finished 6th position last week. I shot 2 under, and then we had a full rain day, so we only ended up playing 36 holes, and then I shot 2 over on the last day, so I ended up shooting even par. And the winner shot 5 under, so I was 5 strokes away from the lead. So I wanted to show you guys some of the stats actually for this time around, because I wanted to show you guys some things that I thought was quite funny, and like, it's just showing you guys that golf is not as straightforward as it seems. Like what I was trying to show you guys in the last few videos, is that everybody faces different things every single day. A score is so much more than just a score. You know, course conditions, playing at different time, weather, personal problems, food, sleep, everything affects your golf game. Everything affects your life in general. but I felt like that was something I wanted to show. But for now onwards, I think it's better if I just talk about the golf side of it. So I wanted to show you guys some of the things that I did during these rounds, and some of the things that were probably good and some were bad. So let's dive right on into that. Okay, so I'm just gonna run down with you guys, and it's gonna be up on the screen, but I'm looking at my computer here, and that's why I'm looking here. The first thing, I'm just gonna go straight into traditional stats because I think that's the easiest to understand. And as you guys know, I use an app called UpGame. So for my driving accuracy on the first day, I hit 10 fairways. Greens in regulation, I hit 11 out of 18. Scrambling, which is basically how many up and downs I get, I got 4 out of 7. And my average putts per green in regulation were 1.64. So based on that, I think what you will see is that, oh, her putting was good, her driver was decent, her approach maybe could have been a little bit better, but her short game, 4 out of 7, not that good. Now let's go on into the strokes gained. So for the strokes gained off the tee, it's not really that accurate for me because there is no strokes gained for the LPGA Tour. So no matter what, I will always be losing strokes because I don't hit it like 300 yards. So in terms of the tee, I don't pay that much attention to it. I can see based on how many fairways I hit. And I generally can know if I was teeing off well or not, but I don't pay that much attention to the tee because of that. But let's look at the approach. For the approach, I lost 0.35 strokes. So that is not too bad considering I only hit 11 out of 18 greens. But then let's look at the short game and the putting. So for the short game, I actually gained 1.44 strokes. And for putting, I actually lost 0.21 strokes, which I think might be quite surprising for you guys because you're thinking she only made about 50% up and down and her putting was much lower than 2, which is like, if you 2-putt every hole, that's kind of the base. 1.64 seems pretty good. So if you look at my total putts, I had 28 putts. So that's why I do this kind of stats, because I think it's so much more than just, how many fairways did you hit, how many greens did you hit. You can see that and think, okay, I guess I just need to hit more greens. But then, you must see, like, if you miss a green, how badly do you miss it? And, if you chip and you don't get an up and down, is it because you chipped badly and you left yourself with, a 20-footer for par? Or is it because you chipped it close, you had a 3-footer and you still missed that 3-footer? So one means your chipping is bad, one means your putting is bad, or vice versa. So that's why you need to pay attention to different kinds of statistics, especially when you're doing tournament play. These are the kind of statistics that can actually help you improve your game. So I thought that was quite interesting because if you look at my putting, you can kind of see where I was losing and gaining strokes. And why did I lose strokes for my putting? Because I actually missed, like, look at 0 to 3 foot. Like, I actually missed putts in those distance, which that is obviously not what you should be doing. And that is why I still lost strokes. All of the other categories other than 5 to 10 feet, it's quite a big distance for that one. So that is not too bad. I feel like if I lose 0.05, but for the 0 to 3 feet, that is pretty bad that I'm losing 0.8 strokes there. So that is already almost 1 full stroke just from 0 to 3 footers, which to me should be must-make putts. So that is why, if you analyze that, you can see why I lost strokes from putting. Whereas if you look at my chipping, because I said I gained 1.44 strokes, you can see when I chip, my average distance is about 3.41 feet to the hole. So basically 6 out of 6 times when I was chipping, I was inside 6 feet. So because of that, it means that if my putting was good, I would actually very easily get up and down. So it was not that my chipping was not good, but my putting did not make that up and down happen. So as I just said, that's why it's important to have more than just traditional statistics, because then you can actually analyze which part of your game you need to improve. So let's move on to day 2, which I think will be even more interesting to you guys because technically I shot 2 over, which is not a great score, but it's also not the best score. And let's look at this. So for my traditional stats for the second day, for my driving accuracy, I hit 4 fairways out of 14. Greens in regulation, I hit 8. Scrambling, I had 6 out of 10, but obviously it's going to be more because I missed more greens, so I have more scrambling opportunities. and my average putts per green in regulation was 1.88. So obviously the score was higher, so there is going to be a difference there, but you can see the biggest difference was my driving accuracy. I hit 4 fairways that day, which is pretty bad. But again, as I said before, you hitting fairways also depends, like, do you miss the fairways and leave yourself in bad positions, or do you miss the fairways and leave yourself in decent positions where you can still go for the green and it doesn't really affect your score? So those kind of things can be analyzed in this kind of statistic apps as well. So let's look at the strokes gain. For off the tee, I lost 2.85, which if you compare it to the first day is actually not that much, considering I only hit 4 fairways. For the approach shot, I lost 1.33, short game I lost 0.17, and putting I lost 1.26. So let's kind of dive into that again. Sorry, I'm talking a lot. So if you look at my short game, I lost 0.17, whereas the previous day I gained a stroke. So obviously I have more shots. Like here I have 11 shots, whereas on the first day I only had 6. So I had like double of the amount of times chipping because I hit less greens. So let's look at that. From my chipping position, I was about 10.16 foot from the hole. So obviously, what are the chances of you making a 3+ footer versus a 10+ footer? And also you must look at that why. Like, why was I leaving myself longer putts after I was chipping? Was it because I was chipping badly, or was it because I was giving myself worse lies? And for the second day, it was because I was giving myself worse positions. And that's why I ended up chipping it further from the hole. And now let's look at my putts. So if you looked at my putts on the first day and the second day, the first day I putted 28 times and the second day I putted 29 times. But if you look at the statistics, I lost a lot of strokes in every single category except the 0.3 foot. So I didn't miss a 0 to 3 footer, but I basically missed a lot of like 3 to 5 footers, 5 to 10 footers, and basically did not make any other longer putts. So that was a lot of my struggles, even though I was not hitting it very well on this day. As you can see, based on my traditional statistics, my putting was the reason why I actually did not shoot a lower score. Like, I wasn't hitting it good, but I wasn't putting myself in that terrible positions to like be shooting a bad score. I could have easily still shot under par, even though my statistics show that, you know, my ball striking was not very good, which was what I was struggling with that day. So I kind of just wanted to run over that because, first of all, I did want to update you guys. I know a lot of you guys already know my results, and a lot of you guys actually followed along for the tournament, and this time we had live scoring too because I was one of the final groups. So first of all, thank you so much for keeping track of me and my progress. Like, it's very nice to know that you guys are so interested. So I wanted to keep you guys updated on my scores and my statistics because I thought my statistics for this tournament was quite interesting. And it just goes to show that there's a lot more to a golf game than a score. Like, you know, it could have very easily been, I could have easily been hitting the ball so badly and still tied for the lead. You know, it's just one of those things. Like golf, there's so many elements. And, you know, obviously this week wasn't my time to win the tournament, but who knows, hopefully it'll be soon. I did see a lot of good things, so that is obviously what I want to focus on, even though there was a lot of things that I could improve, as you guys saw, like a lot of statistics that's showing where I could have gained strokes. There was also a lot of improvement. So, and one of the things that I'm most proud of is, even though I was not hitting the ball very well, I found a way to get the ball in the hole, which is what you need to do with golf. It doesn't matter how good or how bad you hit it. Like we always say, the scorecards doesn't show any pictures, doesn't show any videos. All that matters is the score. So without talking too much and too long, I just wanted to show you guys that a little statistics update and a little bit of showing you guys what I am going to be working on for this upcoming week. Some putting, going to go to the driving range and work on my ball striking just to get it back to where it was, where I want it to be, and then obviously do a lot of putting, check out the putting greens at this new course, and then hope for another good week. Again, thank you guys so much for always staying tuned to my journey. All your support obviously means a lot. Thank you to Dave for coming over and caddying for me for a day. Thank you to Reese as well, who came over on the first day. Yeah, I'm very, very thankful for all you guys' support. I'm obviously going to try and get that W for you guys, for me, for my family, for everybody. But I'm also always wanting to focus step by step, focus on the process, because you can't control if you're going to win, but you can control how you perform. You can control what you do with yourself, how you handle yourself. And I am just trying to get better each and every day. It's a process. It's not always going to be uphill, but I'm going to do my best to always have fun, enjoy myself, and come here to do what I came here to do, which is play golf. So I hope you guys continue watching my vlogs, enjoy some of the ones that I've been putting out, and I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys made it all the way here, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell so that you know when I post a new video. So thank you guys so much, and see you guys next time. Bye!